In this video on Dorico 3.0, we are going to take a look at the harp pedaling features. So let's go into layout first and take a look at what our settings are there. So Shift Command or Shift Control and the letter L. We're going to navigate to Players, Harp Pedaling. You can see it's already up here. Now you can choose within your layouts how you'd like this set. By default, the full score does not have the harp pedaling there. So it's up to you whether you'd like to see that or not. You will see it as signpost, but you won't see either the letters or the diagram. I'm going to choose to leave this not showing in the score. If you do check this, you have a choice of your note names or the diagram in either part here. Let's go ahead and switch the note names here as well for right now. And I'm going to hit return to apply that and escape to get out of that window. And here you can see my simple harp part, just for demonstration purposes. You notice I have some notes colored red, indicating out of range. They're visible because up in View, Note and Rest colors, Notes out of range is enabled. This really means they're not playable by the pedal configuration for the harp at that moment. So as there are no pedal configurations, Dorico assumes every pedal is in the natural position. So anything with an accidental would show up red as in not playable. There's 3 different ways to enter harp pedaling in Dorico. Let's look at the more traditional methods here. Simply select a note. Now I'm going to use a popover, Shift P, and I can type in either text or characters. And let me do the characters first. This is the most laborious way, by the way. The symbols are thus. The caret indicates a flat pedal position, the minus sign indicates a natural pedal position, and the lowercase v indicates a sharp pedal position. So in this case here, I basically have an F sharp, everything else is natural. Think of our standard default lettering, it would be D natural, C natural, and B natural. If you'd like, you can put in the pipe bar, split it up, and then we're going into E, which is natural. I want the symbol for an F sharp, so I'm typing in the letter V, and the last 2 notes are natural as well. I hit return, and we see our note names. And we're seeing that because we selected note names rather than diagrams in layout options. And in full score, we opted not to see harp pedaling, so we're going to see the signpost here instead. And now remember that signposts aren't printed, but if you don't even want to see this, you can go up to View, Signposts, and you either can hide all or specifically uncheck harp pedals, your choice on that. Let's go back to the harp part. Let's see what that's going to look like if it comes in as a diagram. So let's go back into the layout options window, and we'll change it to, we're in the harp layout first off, and we'll change it to diagram. Hit return to apply, escape to get out of it, and that's what it looks like at this point in time. Let me go ahead and delete this, and let's talk about a second method, still typing. We're going to use our popover, Shift P for that. With this method, while I could type in all the notes, so I could type in D, C, B, E, F sharp, G, A, all I really need to do is type in any notes that have deviated from the natural position. So I'm just going to type in F sharp. And I'm going to hit return, and I have my diagram. Now let me delete this and show you yet an easier method. Dorico will do this automatically for you. Here I have a note selected, going up to Write, Calculate Harp Pedal. Click on that, and we're done. Now clearly the second chord is very unhappy because all the notes are red. Let's see if we can rectify that with new pedaling. We could select any note, just to let Dorico know where to put the harp pedaling. Select such. You could do the popover, Shift P. Again, it will assume notes are natural unless they're typed in. So it will not carry over the F sharp pedaling from the previous mark. All I need to type in here is a D flat, an F flat, and an A flat. They're going to be all capital letters. They're all connected with nothing separating them. D flat, F flat, and A flat. Hit return, and now I have my pedal changes right here. In our properties panel, we do have a harp pedals category with a number of items. Let me go ahead and select this pedaling here. We can navigate down to here. I could hide it. Then we get a signpost, just like the score. We can change the appearance, diagram, note names, back to diagram. Let's go ahead and turn that off. We have partial pedaling. It won't do anything for this selection, but it will for this over here. So let's go ahead and enable this. We can set partial pedaling down, and here we have our full diagram corrections. And if we enable partial pedaling, we go back to note names. We can choose a border around the text or not. Let me go ahead and click that. Now it's gone. Now it's there. And lastly, we have placement. If I turn this on, You can choose above or below. Further, you could manipulate its position in engrave mode. So the property panel elements will override what we have in places such as the engraving options. So let me open up engraving options, Shift Command, Shift Control on the PC, and the letter E. And I've already selected the Harp Pedaling page. And you can see, starting at the top, we have diagrams here. You can change the height and the width and the gap of your lines. If you choose to use note names, you can express the left pedal differently. Here's DCB. This side is BCD. It would depend on the harpist you're working with. Here you can choose the maximum number of pedals allowed for partial pedal changes. You can choose to have the changes in a straight line or the right and left pedal look. And you can set the number of pedal changes acceptable in a single line here. You can do the padding around the note names for the erased background. Border thickness, vertical position of the harp pedaling, below the upper staff or centered between staves. And you have a distance choice here, minimum distance between protruding items. For horizontal position gapping here. So a number of elements that are system-wide here. Let's go ahead and close this out. And remember here we have the properties panel that enables to override by selection. So that's the state of harp pedaling in Dorgo 3.0, and we'll catch you on the next one.